Mother of four found dead inside her home.
Her estranged husband now charged with her murder. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Kleiner was in court for today's arraignment. He joins us now live with more on what police say happened. Jared?
Well, Mike and Shannon, documents filed today say this mother died in a terrible way from blunt force trauma. This man, the estranged husband of this woman, Maniriho Enkinamubanzi, appears in court charged with domestic murder, identifying himself to the judge initially only by his first name. Bosco. 46-year-old Bosco Tukamuhabwa speaking through a translator. The 44-year-old mother of four who'd moved here from the Congo was found slain in a closet in her Ontario Street home Friday, found amid bags of clothing and suitcases, court papers say. Tonight, Eyewitness News has new information from a detective's graphic and disturbing report. According to it, Tukamuhabwa confessed to going back to Ontario Street and violently striking his estranged wife with a heavy wooden chair before fleeing. The narrative says the 46-year-old told police a young boy who lives on the second floor saw the assault, and Enkinamubanzi had recently separated from her husband, filing a no-contact order against him after a domestic incident in April. Clement Shabani, a refugee advocate who knows the family, says that did not put an end to the problems.
He was trying to force to come into his house and to tell his wife that if she doesn't want to repair and to go to court to ask forgiveness to him, he will end her life.
This detective's report also says Tukamuhabwa violently struck his head against the interrogation room door while being interrogated or during that session, causing an open wound that required hospitalization. Now, coming up new at 6 o'clock, an anti-domestic violence advocate talks about immigrants who are the victims of abuse and how that can be a doubly complicated situation. We'll see you next hour. Live outside District Court in Providence, Jared Kleiner, Eyewitness News.
Also today, we're learning new information about the murder of a mother of four who had recently moved here from Africa. Her estranged husband was in court this morning answering to accusations he killed her. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Kleiner joins us now live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom with the new details at 6. Jared?
Mike, we have newly filed court papers, and they say the victim, this mother, died of blunt force trauma. They say the suspect confessed to striking her with a heavy wooden chair. Her body found in a closet among clothing, suitcases. Bosco Tukamuhabwa appearing in court accused of murdering his estranged wife and mother of four, 44-year-old Maniriho Enkinamubanzi, in her Ontario Street home. She had recently come to the U.S. from the Congo.
There are additional barriers that refugees and immigrants face.
Deb DeBear leads the Rhode Island Coalition Against Domestic Violence. She says our court system is very complicated as is, let alone for someone who isn't a native speaker.
Having to figure out what a no-contact order means, whether they ought to get a temporary restraining order in addition to a no-contact order, what happens if someone violates no-contact order.
And Enkinamubanzi had a no-contact order against her estranged husband following a domestic incident in April. Friends say he came back to the home and continued to threaten her.
People often refer to that as a cooling-off period, when in reality it can often be the most dangerous time for a victim. Clearly, we as a community could have done more.
DeBear says research indicates that refugee or immigrant women as a population are in the general domestic violence victim pool no more likely to be the victims of domestic violence, or any less likely for that matter. But as far as domestic violence homicide victims go, they are overrepresented, and that might indicate a failure with current support systems. Live outside District Court in Providence, Jared Kleiner, Eyewitness News.